guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I got out of work early and I don't have to work for a good 24 hours. So I wanted to shoot a quick video. Today I wanted to share with you some of the ways that I've been coping since my husband passed away. And I'll be sharing these things along the way. I wrote them down, so if I'm looking down, that's why. I'll call these lessons of a young widow because that's what I am. So the first lesson is to let people help you. I consider myself a very independent person, and my husband and I, we were pretty private people. So when he passed, I thought I had to handle everything myself, and it was hard for me to let people help me. It's hard to ask for help when I need it, but I think I've been getting better at that. I think sometimes I get angry when people, well, it feels like they're treating me like a baby, like I can't do anything myself. And it's not that I like forcing myself to do things. Each hurdle that I pass, it's an accomplishment for me. So sometimes I have to tell people, let me do it. If I can't do it, then I guess I can fall back and let the person help, and then the next time I can try again. But an example of this was I had let the mail accumulate for about 4 months. So since he passed in June, the mail was just piling high, and it was just so overwhelming. I think I tackled about half of it on my own. And that took a really long time to do because I had to pay bills, I had to cancel any subscriptions he had, I had to just take care of different things. So every envelope had some sort of thing that I had to do, and that got to be overwhelming. But on Friday last week, my mom was here and one of her friends came over as well, and in about 1 or 2 hours we had sorted through the rest of the mail. And I'm telling you, this was a lot of mail, but I'm just thankful. At first I was mad because I'm a little bit OCD and I like things done a certain way, but I just had to let go and let this auntie help me because she's good at doing that and she knows what she's doing, and I had to just trust her to do it, and within a couple hours it was done. And that was such a big relief. And even letting my mom help me, she understands financial things that I don't. There's no way I can learn all of that by myself, or even overnight, or even over 4 months. It's all new to me. So I know that I'm gonna need to rely on my mom a lot for that aspect. And each person has something to contribute. I think now I'm still struggling with asking for help. Well, I guess now my thought is, why let it get out of hand when there's somebody who could help you, or maybe help you do it more efficiently than you would on your own. The second lesson is that it's okay to pass on social events. There was a wedding that happened soon after Dawn passed, and we had already RSVP'd to go to the wedding, and I was thinking maybe I would be okay going, but I had to pass. I just was not emotionally ready for that at that time, and I don't think I am ready for weddings especially. And my thought on that is, I don't want to be at somebody's celebration, a day that's really happy, and you want to be happy for that person, but in the back of your mind, your heart is breaking and you're sad. So I don't want to take that from somebody. I don't know when I'll be ready. I've read on different articles to wait a year. I really don't think there's a time frame on that. Certain things where couples will be at, sometimes they bother me. There was one, it was just a small gathering and it took me forever to get there. I was so late. I felt really bad, but I had already RSVP'd that I would go. And then afterwards I let the person know this is why I was late. it's not that you don't owe anybody an explanation, but if you feel comfortable, you can let people know that it's going to take a while. Be patient with me. That some people aren't going to be patient, and that's fine. You take your time. You do what you're ready for. The next lesson is to set small goals. So at the beginning, I would wake up and would be devastated that I woke up. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to face the next day. So my goal at the beginning was just to get out of bed, pretty much. Or maybe a little bit before getting out of bed. Like, I don't even know what I did. I wasn't even functioning at that time. And then eventually it was taking care of myself and eating. It was a long time before I even started putting makeup on. I would wear the same clothes all the time. My sisters and cousins called it my uniform. I literally wore like the same 2 or 3 outfits for weeks. And then when I finally got back to work and got into a routine, I started taking care of myself a little bit more. I started exercising. You just need to take that time and set small goals. It could be getting out of bed if this happened to you very recently. It could be just being in the house. It could be getting out the door and doing something that may be uplifting. It may be going to work. If you have children, it could be making sure that they're taken care of. So right now I think I'm on a day-to-day basis, but luckily I know my schedule for the week, so I don't really think that much farther than a few days to a week. I can't do it right now, because if I think too far ahead, it's overwhelming. If you think too far into the future of how you'll cope without your spouse, it starts to wear at you. So my first goal for this weekend is to do these dishes. Yep. You can judge me, but
real vloggers have dirty dishes.
the next goal, come to the bedroom, is to organize this closet. My family and I went on a trip to Dubai weeks ago, and this is the remnants of it. And I need to take care of this bin right here. And then whatever I don't want, I'm donating to Goodwill. So these 2 bags are Goodwill bags. And the last 2 goals are to take some things to dry cleaning and study. That's always a goal every day. I fail most of the time, but it's on the list by default. So that's it. Those are my goals for this weekend. The last lesson is to let yourself cry. Let yourself grieve. In the last 4 months, I've cried at work twice. Actually, no, I take that back, 3 times. And all 3 times were in front of people. I don't mind crying when I'm by myself, but I hate crying in front of people. I don't want anyone to judge me or to think that I'm weak. And especially at work, I don't want anybody thinking I can't handle anything or the workload. But I also have to be kind to myself. And if you're going through this, you have to be kind to yourself. No one's going to expect you to just shut off those emotions. It doesn't matter how far out you are. People have to be okay with being uncomfortable. Their discomfort is temporary. You're uncomfortable all the time. So I feel like if somebody really cares about you, they'll let you have that moment. It actually releases hormones, and crying makes you feel better. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good week. So until next time when I see you, take care of yourself and be good to yourself. Bye.
I'm donating. How do you guys do this?